How is this GoWiWi attack strategy gonna work in Clash Royale? Well, let's go ahead and find out in today's episode. What's going on, guys? Nick at Night here, back with some more Clash Royale. Today we're going to be attempting to build a GoWiWi attack strategy, which is golems, wizards, and witches from Clash of Clans, and we're going to port that into Clash Royale and see if we can't get some wins with it. So it's going to be interesting, and the way I'm going to be building the deck is I just unlocked the golem, which is great. He was new to my edition of cards. The last card of 42 that you unlock, well, I unlock at least. And here we go. We're going to be pairing that up with a rage spell, a freeze spell, the witch, the wizard, some skeletons, because the witch already spawned skeletons, so we'll just add some more skeletons to the mix. And then I'm just looking through the rest of the cards here to see what we can, substitute in, because the lightning spell might be overkill with 3 different spells, but we are already bringing 2 spells, so it should be able to work all right. Next up, I'll put some archers, because you generally finish off the extra slots in a GoWiWi or GoWipe attack in Clash with archers, barbarians, wall breakers, whatever you want to put in there. So just a couple archers to keep it mostly true to the Clash of Clans GoWiWi name. So here we go. Our first opponent is going to be Stingy Tower from Phantoms. Now, I don't know much about the Phantoms, but he's about to meet my GoWiWi Menace. Sorry, GoWiWi, you know, very common attack strategies, but maybe we can do GoWipe in another episode. Or if you guys have an attack that you want me to replicate in Clash Royale, let me know down in the comments below, you know, where you write things. So this guy drops a P.E.K.K.A off the bat, so I'm going to go ahead and freeze it, let my wizard start dealing some damage to it, and then drop the skeleton army there, and that thing should be able to burst down the P.E.K.K.A. It appears he does not have arrows, which would be a great counter to my skeleton army that I dropped. But the frozen P.E.K.K.A, you know, that was a great way to test the water of what cards he could possibly have, and then overall, you know, get off to a great start there by taking out a P.E.K.K.A. My wizard does a lot of damage and was the MVP of that attack, and a wizard behind a golem, I'm just scared for any enemy that's about to face that. Now the problem with the golem is he's mostly a final minute troop, but I am going to attempt to use him here in a little bit if we can even get a chance to deploy him. This guy keeps throwing this P.E.K.K.A down like that's all you have to do and you win. I know, I get the fact that like the P.E.K.K.A is super strong, and if you just basically get it to the tower, a couple swings, that tower's down, but it's so slow, it takes 8 elixir to use, so that's going to use up, you know, the majority of your 10 elixir that you can have at any given time. I'm going to use the free spell defensively here in the beginning. As I deploy it, I'm trying to deploy it as fast as I can. The prince gets to my tower. I didn't have enough elixir for it, so I switched up my thinking there and went to the skeleton army. The tower on my end took out the P.E.K.K.A for me, and now I've got a golem in their base with the skeleton army, with the archers, and there it just split into 2 baby golems, and I'm just getting a freeze spell ready, and once I have enough, I could finally deploy the freeze, and the archers backing up those the 1 baby golem on the tower right there are going to be able to deal a massive amount of damage. So archers do like 100 damage a shot. It's close to it. It might not be exact, but they do work to a tower. Archers are definitely underrated. Now, I am a little bit worried about his prince. However, finally he throws arrows. I'm so confused why the arrows weren't used more when I was using the skeleton army early on. Maybe they weren't in his rotation yet, but finally they come out and they do some work to my skeleton army. Now, I have a lot of damage done to my left tower. He has a lot of damage done to his right tower, but I'm going to rage up my witch. And then as the skeletons come out to distract the P.E.K.K.A, I throw a wizard behind the witch, and actually the wizard is just on the right side causing chaos. We've got archers, more skeletons, and then the skeleton army, as soon as I can deploy it, distracts that P.E.K.K.A long enough for the witch to deal a massive amount of damage and burst down the P.E.K.K.A. We just tried a rage spell and it worked great, so why not try another one? I have my witch inside the rage spell there, and then I'm just going to simply freeze his prince while I get some more time to put more troops down and get ready for it. But the match ends, and we were able to win 1-0 against a guy that it could have gone either way, but that was a pretty solid win. But that replay in the beginning of the episode, now that's going to be at the end, and that is a real treat. I actually was recording, I did 3 back-to-back attacks, so 3 battles, and we're working for a crown chest as well. But at the end, I wasn't expecting to have such a crazy battle, so I wasn't recording, and I just caught the last little clip of it there, which you saw in the beginning. I'll show you the full replay, though, at the end. It gets crazy. So, here we've got Larry Macho? Yeah, Larry Macho from Mega USA, a well-known clan in the universe of Clash. Everything Clash Royale, Clash of Clans. So our witch is generally... Ooh. So Larry, he used his lightning. That's one of my old school moves. I've been using that in the past couple episodes. I love the lightning spell when anyone deploys a witch, a wizard, a goblin hut, a barb spawner, barbarians in general. Anything that has a lot of hit points, you drop it on the tower, and then you drop it on the troop as well, and it takes both out. It does take 6 elixir, so you have to keep in mind you're generally killing troops that don't take 6 elixir, but as long as you get the tower damage, I could justify using that. Now, he hit my king tower with it, which exposed my cannon right off the bat. Now that gives me 3 defenses without any troops down, so I'm not sure about that decision, but you know, it's what he wanted to do, so we'll just accept that. So here comes a goblin barrel. I'll throw some skeletons down. I wish I placed them in the back. However, they're still going to do some work. My witch was a little distracted by the baby dragon, but eventually she turns around and assists in taking out the goblins. Now we have a nice rush going with the skeleton army paired with the witch. That should be able to deal some damage. Unfortunately, the arrows come out, and a witch on her own is about as useful as a wizard on his own, but on offense, I don't know. The wizard's actually a little better at his damage, but he has to be, because he's slower, but he can't spawn skeletons, and he can't distract as he's killing things, so he needs a troop with him, which is why his damage, his splash damage, I think his fire rate's about the same as the witch, but some people prefer the wizard. I like the witch and the wizard, so I try to bring both of them into my deck. Either way, if you combine a witch and a wizard, your splash damage and bursting down of horde capabilities are amazing. So it's a great combination to rock every time you can. Right here, I'm trying to just wait for it, just barely get the golem off as I throw the witch. Now, the 1 unit skeletons are honestly the savior of this deck. Without them, like every time he throws a goblin barrel, there's nothing else I would have had time to even save up for. So right there, he drops an oops on me. I rage up my golems, the baby ones, and try and, at my hardest right now, to just get that tower down. Unfortunately, his goblin barrel comes out, and those goblins are going to take out our tower with only 27 seconds left. Now all he has to do is play defense. His dirty lightning spell takes out my witch. I had a witch-wizard combo about to be ready to go in, but without the witch, the wizard needs something with him. And I know he has the arrows, so the skeleton army, you know, right there, skeleton army is just done for. I go ahead and I try and last-ditch effort here to freeze the tower, but he drops down the baby dragon, takes out my wizard. That was a really good game. Unfortunately, we lost 1-0. So currently, the GoWiWi attack is 1-1. It's the first time I was using it, was the first battle. I literally just made the deck and jumped into a video. So next up, we've got one more good one, and let's see if we can't get this as a positive winning streak with the GoWiWi army. Searching for opponent in Arena 6, taking a little bit longer than normal. Normally at just under 2,000 trophies, which is where I hover, you get matches in just like 3-4 seconds. It's crazy. So the game's not even global yet. No announcement yet for Android, but anyone on iOS, there's so many tutorials and ways to download it from any of like the 6 countries that it's in, that everybody can get it at this point. So here we go. We got French Army, and his name is Hippolyte. So the Inferno Tower, a direct counter to the Golem. Let's play it off like we don't know how to handle that, but then let's play this. I'm kind of thinking of Clash of Clans as I play Clash Royale. Like, what would you do? I use the freeze there because the minion horde can burst down a Golem, burst down a P.E.K.K.A., burst down a giant skeleton, easy. Next up, I'm like, alright, so what would I do? I don't have a freeze spell anymore. I use my rage spell, and I go in like I'm attacking a core of a base, like an Inferno Tower, and let's picture the outer crown towers as archer towers, and then let's picture the main king tower like a clan castle with a cannon on top of it. So I was just using a rage spell, and it's funny when you only use troops that are in Clash, because you can kind of think of it like that, because the mechanics, while they are not the same, are similar. So when you rage spell, you know, a golem with a ranged heavy damage troop behind it, it's going to work the same as having a golem in front of your archer queen going into a base. Right there, the arrows do a massive amount of damage to all of my skeletons, even though they only have like, I don't know, 50 hit points or something. The arrows have enough to take out the whole army, and now I just have to wait out that Expo, which kind of sucks, so I'm going to drop a freeze to make sure that its health ticks down before it gets any more damage dealt to my tower. And then I see his knight coming in, but I'm going to ignore it with my archers. I know the archers do a good amount of damage. Like I said, in one of the earlier replays, I said archers do around 100 a shot. His knight, untouched, did my tower health down to 2112. His has 1610. Now, I know I'm a 6 versus an 8, but the knight gets outplayed just by a simple pair of archers. They do both cost 3 elixir, so it's kind of fair on that front, though. However, if you're going to have 2 right next to each other, the knight would crush the archers, I believe. Alright, here we go. Time for our final push. We're going to use spells, we're going to use tanks, and we're going to use golems. I've got archers, golem, witch, the frozen inferno, the frozen expo, and now it's time to rage up, get those mini golems in there, and with the rage on the golems, they can go in and take out the expo. A skeleton army will be a nice distraction because he just wasted his arrows on my tower on the left side. Freeze once again on his wizard and freeze his tower. 17 seconds left. I should be defending, but we're going full offense right now. A rage spell, and we get a 2-0 in just a couple seconds. I don't think we can make it 3. Skeleton army and the witch and the rage spell. Such madness right there, guys. He just stops deploying. He knows it's over. Well, actually, he throws the arrows to get at least 1 crown out of it, but a 2-1 victory, so we're up 2-1 for the episode, and that was about to be a 3-crown win if there was like 5 more seconds. I had that whole king tower surrounded with skeletons. He just went for the 1 crown. He could have thrown the skeletons. Here we go, glitching into the final replay. I have these new transitions. They're called the glitch pack, and I think it's pretty nifty, the transitions that you can do with it. So here you can see both sides of how this worked out. I think that's pretty good. It gives you a nice perspective on how people attack into play. So you can see he's switching between the rocket, the expo, the inferno. He doesn't know. He's going to not throw the rocket, it looks like. Is he going to throw the rocket at my golem? Yep. Here comes the rocket. Hits my golem and my tower for about 400-ish plus tower damage, and then about 40% of my golem's health is gone. I throw my cheap skeletons, I throw it on a wizard, and then I freeze the inferno, freeze his wizard, and freeze his tower. Now we have a golem, a wizard. However, the knight right there is going to be smacking away at my wizard, but luckily the wizard barely survives because of the archers. He gets taken out, and then he throws arrows, but the arrows don't kill archers unless they're extremely ranked up higher than the archers. My archers, paired with 1 baby golem, completely wipe his first tower. That was an amazing trade-off right there, and this only gets better from there. Now, once again, I feel kind of bad that it is a 6, but 2 levels difference, you can still lose. I've lost to 6s plenty of times. It's all about the deck, all about countering, and playing more defensive. He had a kind of an aggressive start with the Inferno Tower and Rocket. That was a lot of elixir used. Next up, he has a giant skeleton coming, so I need to definitely get this thing taken care of. So we'll throw down a skeleton army. That's going to be a great distraction. And you can see that I have 1 more elixir than him right now. I go ahead and deploy a wizard to back up the golem, and with his 5 elixir, now 6, he's toggling through troops, but every card that I see besides the arrows, he has like really intense cards. He's got a rocket, an inferno, an expo, a hog rider, a knight, that's 3. He only has like a couple cards that are 3s. I'm guessing his deck is somewhere close to 5 elixir average, and even though I have a golem in mine, I think mine was like 4-6 or 4-4. Because the 1 unit skeletons bring down the average a ton. Right there, the king will take out my wizard. However, we've got a golem in his base. He's sitting there with full elixir. There's nothing you can do here. What are you going to do to the golem? He doesn't have the Inferno Tower up. That'd be the only hope. And the golem and skeletons and wizard completely 3-star this guy. 3-crown win. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode of Clash Royale, a GoWiWi edition. Suggest a new episode down in the comments below. And as always, for everything Clash Royale, you know what to do because you're already doing it. Keep it tuned right here. I'm Nick at Night, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.